All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully, this stream will go better than the ones yesterday. Hey, JJ, Mr. Lee Boys, welcome, welcome all. So I made a few changes. Things will look a little bit different, and I can already tell I don't have this one set quite right. The sizing of my iPad screen in this window is a little off. Let's go ahead and move it for now. Adjust it a little bit. I'll have to adjust it again when I go to my phone. But hopefully the stream settings and all will work a little bit better. So I'm still in a hotel, as you can tell by the scenery behind me. It is so beautiful. The place is just wonderful. I'm using their Wi-Fi and I'm tethered to my cell phone, using the two of them in conjunction, and hopefully that will keep us pretty stable. I've also gone from using where I was using Streamlabs OBS to where I'm now on just straight OBS. So between the two of them, I'm hoping that we are pretty well set for this one. Everything looks different to me when I'm looking at my computer screen because OBS and Streamlabs OBS are different, but I'm hoping that it'll hold up and we'll be able to get a couple hours in here. I'm also hoping that it does not use my whole streaming tethering allowance that I've got through my cell phone provider. I've got a big chunk of it. I've got 50 gigs. If one stream takes more than 50 gigs to upload, well, then the heck with it. I'll come up with something else for future streams. Hopefully the volumes are okay. Like I said, everything is completely reset up. So if you see something, hear something that's different, that you don't like, that you need me to adjust, let me know. Be glad to do it. Hey, Jason, what's going on? So probably going to convert this to what I use at home as well eventually. It's just going to take me a little bit of time to adjust everything, make sure everything looks right, make sure everything flows. It's been a long time since I've just used OBS. I got kind of lazy and wanted to use Streamlabs because it is just easier, quicker to set up and all that. But I'm going to see what we can do to spice things up a bit, change things and make them better, all that kind of fun stuff. But in the meantime, we're going to play around with some 7 for 7. I tried last night. I got one path done before the stream crapped out. So let's jump big screen. Right now, the cool thing about Streamlabs is I get a lot more statistics. Like I've skipped 3 frames so far due to rendering lag. I've not dropped any frames going to YouTube's. CPU usage is good. Everything's looking good across the board. Hopefully it holds up. Now I did complete the one path that we were on last night, which was 734. Didn't claim the stuff, so we'll go ahead and claim that now. The other thing, streaming here in the hotel, my iPad is like, I don't know, it doesn't lift up high enough, but it is like 2 inches in front of my face. So I either have to go way back or it's just a very interesting angle to play at. So we're on 7. What did I just claim? Oh my goodness. It is one of those days. I would forget my name today. Okay, 735 is where we're at. But hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody has had a chance to read Kabam's post, watch any follow-ups, stuff like that. I don't know where I'm at. I'm a ways away from shards. So let me know your thoughts. Are we boycotting? I hate that word, and I hate that whole thought and process, but are we boycotting? I boycott all the time on this account, but be glad to talk through all that. And then the fun stuff, we start getting into Kang and all that. Just had an ad for robot puppies. It was obviously a real puppy. I don't control the ads. I will say that right offhand. I don't control the ads. That is a whole YouTube thing. I've got ads turned off, but they still put them in. Go figure. That's Google and places for you. Let's see. I always like to try and run the unit ones if I can. I always like units. So what do we have here? Defender does not have a regeneration buff. They gain a Fury passive every 5 seconds. Heal or hide. Oh boy. Vigorous Assault when they... Heal block, never mind. I don't have recoils on, but I'm not running a path with flipping heal block. Sorry. Paradox. I hate paradox. So we're going to try to find another one. Whenever a tech attacker activates a special attack, they have a 100% chance to heal block the defender for 8 seconds. Okay. When the defender is suffering from a heal block or power lock, they gain 100% combat power rate. That's beautiful. Some of these nodes, I remember them now. Some of them were just a pain in the... We may do this one. Stun Vaughn. But they get unblockable. Holy crud. What more pain in the butt? Hey, Zemo, what's going on? I'm not boycotting, but I'm definitely spending... Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing, too. Ooh, double char... Ooh, I may have to go check mine. I bought a few Bastion bundles, but I didn't notice anything. Maybe we do this one after all. I just don't... I hate the idea of having heal block on me the whole time. Whenever the attacker applies a debuff to the defender, they gain 1 paradox. Attacker gains 20% offensive combat rate. The defender's unblockable. This cannot be prevented by ability accuracy. Oh, great. That's right. That's the one that's unblockable until they have 3 charges. I don't know. I just... The thought of some of these... Okay, I think this will be the one that we use. Yeah, I think that's the path we'll go. So who do we have on it? We've got a Torch. We've got a Juggy. We got... It looks like we need some skill champions. And then where do we go from there? I'm guessing that would be downward. Nope, that will be upward. Okay, so skill, science... Skill and science. We can do that. Okay. All right, let's see. Are you questioning your legend stat? Okay. Let's go here. Let's go. Oh, this is the other thing I've got to remember, because I forgot it the other day. This is 7 for 7. Let's just look at 7 stars. Let's not put Luke Cage back on the team, even though we want to run Luke Cage. He does not help a whole lot with 7 for 7. You know, we may even break out Bullseye. That looks like a good team right there to me. Let's see who the bosses are that I haven't taken. Let's see, what is this guy? Ebb and Flow Heavy, Redlining Specialist, Stage Fright. Nothing major there. What is this? What does she have? Evasive Maneuvers. Let's see, who can we bring in that can handle that? Bring in Odin. Let's try that. Hey, Walrus, what's going on? So yeah, everything does look a little bit different to me. Even the chat window looks different. Yeah, I don't like Zola's customer service at all. I've got one card I can't use there. I opened up a brand new, or put in a brand new card, one that I had just, gotten in the mail. I basically got an American Express card that I use for all my booking on my travel and all that. And I was like, you know what? I only use it for travel. Let me put that on my Zola account. I made one purchase with it, and then it locked everything. They locked the account. And I finally got a hold of their customer service, and they were like, yeah, back about a year ago, this card number was identified as one that had, was used to purchase stuff on some game I'd never heard of, and had requested a refund of all of it through the credit card company. I'm like, well, it's obviously it wasn't mine. I showed them the statement from where it opened the card. It said account opened, and it was after that date. And they're like, sorry, we can't help you. It's locked. So if you ever use that card on your account again, it's just going to lock your account. So it's just their customer service. In a way, it's fitting that Kabam uses them. That's all I'm going to say. And like I said, if the volumes aren't right, anything like that, let me know. We will try to adjust here as we can. So I need to knock the defender down. They stole from the wrong well. Kabam will notice it. Yeah, I think overall they're going to notice a little bit of a difference, but I wish, kind of my wish is that it will be enough. I'm going to have to back up, so I'm going to look a little bit smaller on this video, or my little video monitor down there than normal, but I can't be eating my iPad and trying to play. I'm getting way too many. I'm just going to block it. Getting way too many Furies on me. Okay. Where are you hotel camp? I am in Riverside, California this week. Actually, I am here today, Monday, and I fly out very early Tuesday morning. And I'm looking forward to flying out. But the worst part about it is I'm home Wednesday, Thursday. I'm home Wednesday through Monday of the next week. Then I fly out Tuesday, and I'm gone for like 10 days. So there'll be an extended trip coming up soon. But then that's it for a while. I'm actually home for about a month after that, which is very, very nice. Oh, I can reach with a heavy from there. What do you know? I did not think he would reach with a heavy from there. And I'm going to take many of these specials kind of in the block. Just because it's much easier. Much easier than trying to build up the paradox charge, and then I just kind of ruined that by dexing there, but that's alright. It's just kind of, yeah, see, there it was. There I missed. I don't mind the travel. It's just the hotel Wi-Fi. The worst part is, I mean, it's not bad for most things. I can stream, I can watch stuff all day long. It's streaming and uploading and doing stuff like that that really gets kind of butchered by hotel Wi-Fi. Because they're not really optimized for uploading. They're got a lot of stuff built in for downloading, and they put a lot of protections on there to prevent people from uploading and doing stuff like I'm doing right now. I am not the world's greatest bullseye player, so don't come at me when I don't do it right. Like right there. You know, I was going for the evade, like that. And I don't do the slow time stuff and all that. But the cool thing about fighting Invisible Woman is you can do whatever you want, and eventually you're going to heal it all back up anyway. That is the nice thing about fighting Invisible Woman. You can get yourself smacked in the face as often as you want. You know what, we'll do one more heavy. Because you get enough debuffs on you, as long as you got willpower, it don't matter. And her bubble and her shield and all that do not really matter. Probably should push her to a special too, it's easier to dex. But, you know, as long as she wants to keep throwing specials, I'll just keep coming after her. Well, the good thing is, for the most part, my wife comes with me on a lot of trips. She didn't on this one because it was a short one, and this area is all right. There's not a whole lot to do for her here. And it's, like I said, a short trip for me. She's coming on the next one with me. I will do the first leg of it, which will be Tuesday through Thursday. She's flying in to meet me on Friday. We're going to spend the weekend in Lake Tahoe. And then I'll go on to Nevada for a few sites, and she'll fly home. So she'll be there a good portion of the trip, not the whole thing. Yeah, I miss my doggy, but, you know, it's always nice coming home and seeing her get so excited to see me. Is this the one I'm doing? That's the one I'm doing. Okay. Probably didn't need to bring Hulk. I think Nefaria will do enough here. And I should have some charges already built up. And I do, which is great. So we'll knock them down again to get one more in there. Yeah, we're kind of, you know, that's kind of why I'm traveling now, is we're at the stage of life that our kids are grown. They're out of the house. They don't need me. So, you know, I can travel. My wife can come with. We can see different parts of the country and have a good portion of the trip covered by work. That's the best part of all of it, is work pays for the hotel room, work pays for the rental car. All I've got to do is pay for the flights and her food. Hey, Grinfield, what's going on? I didn't really want to push him there. But we'll kill him anyway. And the other downside to traveling a lot is I don't like hotel beds a whole lot. I like my nice comfy bed that is all fluffy and, you know, nice and soft and kind of configured the way that I like it. I go home Tuesday morning. So just one more day here. We've got tonight, we've got tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a busy day for me. But hopefully I'll be done. I probably shouldn't have done this. He's going to evade a lot, isn't he? Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Cool thing is, I think I'll shrug a lot of his debuffs. Fine, you know what? If you don't want to throw a special, I'll knock your butt down again. Yep. Shrugged all your... Sometimes, I swear I have parries that just don't ever show up. I knew he'd evade once or twice, but that's alright. He is dropping like a rock. There we go. Let's see, when you get the 7 for 7 challenge, I don't know when it shows up. It's one of the Carina's challenges. I don't know what level that you have to be. I think it's like Paragon that it would show up. It's nothing great. It's just I haven't run all these Act 7 stuff, and there's not a whole lot going on this week until Wednesday. Wednesday will be a big day. Wednesday's the birthday stream. It is the start of a new Battlegrounds season. Increased rewards in Battlegrounds. All the kind of fun stuff that, you know, we're all boycotting. And here, if I could have run Luke Cage is the ideal. I guess I didn't dex when I thought I dexed. Alright, throw your special too. Don't make me dex a bunch. You're gonna make me... Okay, thank you. I'm going to have to throw another special one in here. I was about to lose Ionic Overcharge. And he's in Wrath. Yay! You know what I can do in Wrath? I can do that. I'll read that in a second, Drunk. I read the first part of it, but I'm not... I saw the good news and bad news. Let me throw this. Build up some more charges. Let's finish this fight off right here. Sorry, fighting. Okay. We've got good news and bad news, Posse in chat. Left my more funny than anything else. Okay. Little Carina challenge. Yeah, hey Dan. Just a little one. Just a little one. Having some fun. You know, you got to get the... complete the calendar events and all that kind of fun stuff. You can't use the choice nodes, so we're going to skip it. We're going to come right up here, and then after this we get Kang. Woohoo! Another fight I remember less than I remembered Gwenpool or Gwenperion or whatever the heck her name was. Good news is I finally tried doing the ordeal. Bad news is I made it to Apocalypse before running out of health pots and yeah, you really don't have much in the way of arenas to run right now either. Tender's knocked down, they gain an evade charge, so just don't knock her down a whole lot. Afflicted with these has tenacity on there. Okay. Man, Reaper, that sucks. That's kind of my fear here. I don't think I'd run out of units. I've got a lot of units on this account. I just don't know if I want to run it. I was hitting into your block. That's what I was doing. There was no reason to throw that special. I was going to hit into your block. At least her unstoppables, the timing on them is pretty good. She's throwing most of them at the same time she's throwing her special. Although I'm not doing a whole lot of damage here. I feel like she should be further along than 25% down. And I said she was doing good about throwing specials. Maybe she's not. Haha, you dash back. Right as I did that last hit. You know what? We're going to throw this. I need some map spacing. I don't know what I'm missing with the Apocalypse fight, though, other than I don't know how to dex the special. Well, you can take the special 2 in the block, if I remember. Oh, well, I guess you probably built up his 4 charges already. That'll make that fight a lot more difficult. APOC is one of those you really ideally want to get him down in one shot because he just gets, you know, harder the longer that fight goes on, you know, the more times you have to try it. Because he gets his 4 charges, then you can't really parry anymore. And now your timing on specials is horrible, girl. You know what? I think we're going to do this. I don't know exactly what happens here. I think you get an evade charge for a little bit. That's alright. It's the same timing as I can't get into you anyway. No, not quite the same timing. But I'm getting bored with this fight. That's my problem as fights go on. I get bored with them. Oops, that one hurt me. I was getting greedy. At least she put the right debuff on me. At least I get the heal from the debuff. %14 to go. Hey, a full 5-hit combo takes down 2%. Wonder how many times in a row she's going to hit me before she throws a heavy or ends a combo in a medium so I can counter. There's nothing worse than the AI doing 4 lights into your block, because you never know if they're going to throw that fifth. They're going to sit back and they're going to wait. And I'm just going to kind of go all out now. We'll hold block here for a minute. Hey, hey, what's going on? Thank you for the re-up on the sub. There we go. This should finish her. There we are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Messiah. We'll be super shocked on what I'm cooking for dinner. Chicken nuggets. This is the only Carina's challenge I've ever completed. I just don't see the fun in how difficult some of them are. You know, there was a Seaton retweeted somebody today, and I'm not set up to kind of bring it back up here with making the changes around. Do I get Sigil? Yes, on the main, not on this account. Where was I? Oh, anyway, Seaton, yeah, he had a good comment that somebody tweeted. And I wish, maybe I can find it again. Give me a second here. Let me go to X. See if I can get this set up. Like I said, I'm not set up completely with everything. I hadn't planned on sharing any of my browser windows or anything like that. But maybe we can do this. There it was. Let's see if I can add in here a source. I want a window capture. Let's go call this. Let's do this. Okay, so there's the tweet. So recently beat the ordeal, and I was talking to my wife about it, and she's like, why is everything, the ordeal, the crucible, epic of pain, autumn of agony, summer of suffering? Aren't games supposed to be fun with a challenge and not a promise of death? I literally had nothing to say back. She's totally right. Bring back the celebratory quality. And I need to move that down. Let's see if we can put it right there. There we go. So I like that. I like that tweet. That to me hit it right on the head. Do I feel like I'm... hey, there's nothing wrong with a good chicken nugget every once in a while. Right? Okay. So I think that what I didn't turn it off. Let me make there we go. Sorry, trying to reacclimate myself to the thing that is OBS. Streamlabs OBS makes some things very, very easy and much easier to deal with, but OBS is much better overall. Let's see. You don't even sigil on it. No, I don't. I don't sigil. I don't buy the unit deals. I don't. Okay. Here we go. This will be fun. 100% agree with her, but to answer her question is because they designed the fight to be as hard as possible, so we run out of... Oh, yeah. I agree. I mean, it is a game. They are a business, first and foremost. You know, but that doesn't mean they have to milk everybody dry. The attacker has 12 or more paradox charges at one time. All paradox charges are removed. Which one does this turn down? I want the one where I gain a bunch of... I think I've already taken the path that I'm thinking of, where I gain a bunch of prowess. Oh, Kurd, love you, man. Love you. Ooh, hold on. My stream champion's not working. That shouldn't be there. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. That I haven't fixed. Because that should reset. Come on. Okay. Grr. Hold on. I'm going to fix that right now somehow. All right, let's go here. That's not right. Oh, it won't let me do it during the stream. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, I'm mad now. I can manually put it in there, but... Well, you know what? We're going to have to do that. We're going to do that because I'll fix it later. I want to give credit where credit is due. There we go. So I will have to figure out, that's the one thing that I like using Streamlabs OBS for. Those things are all automated, work very, very well, very smooth, but thank you, sir. It won't go to room service. I can tell you that much. Work pays for anything I want to do here. I don't know which one of these I want to do. Which one's the easy path? Let me come up here. I think it's the right one. I want to say it's the right one. It's the one that gives me... I want the one that gives me prowess. So it is the neurokinetic paradox prowess is the path I want to do. And I think that's the one I've already run. I think I tried to do the first one and make it... No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Let's find the prowess. That's the one we want to run. That's the one that should. That's charged up. That's Fury. Conquer the Conqueror. Nothing. Okay, what is the... It must be Power Looper. I hate these, that they make this so difficult. That's the one I want. Modify. They make these so daggone difficult to figure out what is what on here. I'm just going to pick a damn path. The heck with this. So daggone difficult. Let's do a path we can do, and then we'll figure out the boss from there. Whenever science attackers perform a well-timed block, they apply power sting. Who's good for this boss, by the way? If anybody remembers, let me know. The defender reduces all incoming damage by 90%. When the defender activates a special attack, this damage reduction is disabled. When the defender finishes a special attack, they take a burst of damage equal to 350% of the damage. Okay, so that's kind of the... Yeah, you want to apply bleeds and stuff like that to them. I don't want to deal with that. Acid Wash, Poison debuffs and passives deal 20% more damage to the defender. They take 90% less, so I would need Poison champions. Don't really have a lot of those as 7 stars. How about this? Paradox combo, every 5 hits in the combo meter. Defender gains 30%. Defender, when the attacker interrupts the defender's light or mediums, they remove. So I'd have to do intercepts. Safeguard. Really don't want to deal with safeguard. Every 20 seconds, defender's health is instantly restored. So you need to have something on there to prevent it. Let's see what the last one is. You know not to use venom? Okay. Knock down, remove a charge. Okay, I can do this. Every 5 hits. Whenever the attacker strikes the defender, one buff on the attacker is nullified. The nullify effect is disabled if the attacker has 3 or more paradox charges. So just build up paradox charges. Defender has reducing all damage by 75%. You have to knock them down. Every time the has a nullified, they receive a burst of direct damage. Oof. Okay. Let's see what we can put together for this path. So it is mutant, mystic, mutant. Okay, mutant and mystic. 7-star. We'll go there. We'll go there. We'll go there. Okay, now I need somebody who's good for the boss. Who is good for that Kang? Can we do Ironheart? Should we Ironheart Kang? I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's the plan right now. Unless somebody tells me different. I was trying to 100% Act 7 for funsies and really forgot how much I... Yeah, same here. I think that's what we'll go. I think we'll try this. If it doesn't work, I have no one else to blame but myself. And I swear that America Chavez, when I'm staring at it on my iPad screen, looks like she's got 8 stars. Okay. Paradox in general, and whatever else they've called it since then, I don't know why they got away from, I think it went to weapon charges and then something else. Just keep the name the same. You're doing basically the same stupid stuff. You haven't done Act 7 yet, Kurd? And you're griping at me about not buying the sigil? Okay. Let's see. What were the paradox? How did I get them again? Every 5 hits my combo meter. Okay. We're going to have some Kang fun. I don't remember the fight at all. I wonder how often she's going to fail the paradox charges. Now, I think I knock you down. That removes the paradox. Then we can do that again. Ow! We can always get hit to remove so we're not getting paradox charges as well. I hate his special one. I'm just gonna take it and block. So knock you down again so we don't gain too many. Paradox is stupid. Let's keep giving them ways that they can add to it, and then make it a pain in the butt to remove it. Every last one of them. Really, the bleed had to die at 1%. Always, always. Oh, give me a break. It's too hard for you, Kurd. Puh. Not even. Oh, you beat me to it. I didn't even think of it. So, let's go Chavez here. Okay, this will be different because I can't play Chavez as Chavez right away, or else we'll never gain any charges. Now we can play Chavez as Chavez. Now we can play Chavez and Chavez because she's going to keep him even. I hate his spear. If you notice, you dex about the same speed as his spear. Alright, nice to get back to a full yellow bar. Or you don't dex in time, and you just eat this stupid thing. I didn't mind the Act 8 weapon node thingies because at least those you can shut off, but Act 9, yeah. So, yeah, that's right. It's Paradox Weapon Scourge. I dropped the food porn and we only get chicken from Chick-fil-A and it's Sunday, so no chicken. Yeah, okay. That's perfectly fine. But in all seriousness, I may do some Carina's tonight. I have a bunch of stuff in over. I don't have a whole lot in overflow in here. I've got a bunch on my main. I almost. This is how bad it was. I almost decided I wanted to fire up a stream and do the Abyss Carina's. Almost decided I want to do the Abyss Carina's. Almost. Oh man, is there a better champion to use to take out Crossbones? I don't think so. Oh yeah, the what, 9.2? If they keep it the same way as the beta, I'm hoping they've learned by Nightmare Raids and all the other crap that they're trying to push out that isn't going so well, that they need to do it right. No, they release on a schedule, Seth. I think it's every April for the 0.2, and then 3 months later for the 0.3, and then 3 months later for the 0.4. They typically try to do the stuff on the same month. You know, kind of calendared out. You know, let's try Shathra. We need to kind of build everybody up. I haven't played Shathra in a little bit. She doesn't really do much for fighting champion here. He's going to get to his stupid 3 Fury buffs probably. Alright, now what we want to do is we want to do this, into a stun, into this, get smacked in the face, miss the special 2 timing. You know, we're playing it all just perfect right now. Played it all just so perfect. You know, there are some champions that just come after you constantly, non-stop. He's one of them. Okay, I know I released that when I was still holding heavy. I know I released that when I was still holding heavy. Fair warning, it will make you hungry. Okay. I don't know if I can bring it up on screen here. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Let's hide that. Let's add in a source. Ooh, that does look good. Window capture. Let's call this that. You're making me work here on the fly. There it is. There's Messiah's food porn. The boy does some cooking. There we go. I could use some of that right now. I need some good food. That's the problem. That's my biggest problem being in a hotel. I end up not eating very well. Let's go. Let's go domino. We can't really parry. So we're going to use specials to knock them down. Ooh, you know what? We're going to be in trouble here. Nope, too close. I was hoping to be close enough. I should be able to do it. Fine. We'll just play this way. I'm not going to be using domino on the boss anyway. Okay, there is spacing there for me to do that. I thought there was. I just had to remember what the spacing was. Okay, throw another one. Ooh, that was a nice special there. Oh well. I took some damage I didn't need to on this fight, but all in the name of keeping paradox charges down. I'm sure I could find some nice restaurants. My problem is I don't like going out to eat by myself. I think I'd rather stab myself in the eye with a fork than go sit in a restaurant by myself. Just who I am. You can call me weird, you can call me whatever you want. But that's just who I am. Seems like a tad extreme? No, not really. Not really. Oh, that was nice. That was beautiful. I'd rather crap in my hands and clap than, yeah, there you go. I get that part I get for a good meal, but yeah. You know, I do from time to time. It's like last night I had good. I went to... I couldn't even begin to tell you the name of the place because it was in a language I can't understand, but it was Middle Eastern food, and it was very, very good. But I usually get it to go. Alright. Now this fight has phases, if I'm not mistaken. And a bunch of different stuff. And I've got to do different things. There's the phase. Phase 1. That's what we wanted. During time collapse, Kang is power... Okay, each additional power loop. I don't remember. You know, probably the best way to do this is to go in and just play around. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. When I had trouble, I always eat out because I knew, yeah, that's kind of my thing. Unfortunately, I get a lot of times when I'm on site, I love getting my hands dirty. I love playing around with the equipment. I love running cable and stuff like that. I don't have to. That's probably why I like it. So I usually find myself in ceiling tiles or underneath buildings. So I always have to come back and get a shower. So yeah, I can't remember the two Kangs. So you know what? This is the tale of two Kangs. We're going to go in. We'll start with Domino, which isn't going to be very good at all. I think this is a special 2, and you got to do it before the timer expires. You can intercept and do things like that to... and you get yourself hit. Well, we got him down 10% already. We've got 9 prowess. Oh, this was the right path. What do you know? I got to end this one at 0. Now we got to get to a special 3. Oh, this will be kind of fun because it's special 3, special 3. There we go. I like that one. That one lined up nicely. Then he gets aggressive here in a second. Oh, I got hit by that last bit. Oh well. That went better than I thought it was going to, considering I was just throwing in there to try her. Not terrible. No, I knew I wouldn't. I knew I'd screw up sooner or later. Of course. I'm going to take some damage there. Fine. And I keep forgetting his heavy has a 3-part hit. That's alright. Gave me some power. If I get it down with the whole team, I'll be happy. Now I need to get to a special 3. That'll be hard. Especially if I can't get him to a bar of power. Kind of messing this fight up, to be completely honest. No, I can't finish with medium either. Mediums are removing power from me. I was hoping that would give me enough power. Don't know why I'm not able to get to the special 3, but oh well. Like I said, if we can get the whole way through this with the team, I'll be happy. 2 bars. This chick has got a bunch. Oh, I didn't have any prowess built up on. Now let's try this. Got hit by the last part. There we go. That was decent damage. 0 bars power. We're just going to kind of fool around here for a little bit. I can't remember what I have to do to prevent. Don't know what happened there. Oh, he's shrugging off the stun quicker. That's what it is. There we go. I found the timing to kind of interrupt his heavy. Okay, so I can't really do the... He almost sidestepped me. I forgot it again. So I think I'm going to die here. Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to get to 3 bars. I think I've got to intercept to pause it. We'll try. We'll see if that pauses. Didn't. Heavy pauses a timer. You happen to see the Gator Yukon? No, I didn't. I was actually working when that game was on. I'll be watching some games later. We'll go Shathra here. So you heavy pauses the timer. And you can't really parry, so you got a heavy counter or something like that. And, yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't know if I've got enough paradox charges to do damage to this guy. That heavy there is always, or the, did it again. I will learn sooner or later. Yeah, I'm doing 0 damage. I don't have enough paradox buildup. So we might as well quit out. I think I've got enough paradox on this guy to finish him off. Hey, Wet Noodle, what's going on? So yeah, that was the problem with... Yeah, we got enough here, I think, to do some damage. Man, oh day, it's so punishing to miss one of those. Gosh dang it, I did it again. And I couldn't heavy. Great. This is going splendid. Well, at least it's 0 for a couple in a row. Would you back off so I can hit into your block? Thank you. He finally backs off. And then he sidesteps me. Oh, well. Okay. I did the best with Domino. I mean, I've got revives in overflow here. This was not clean. After getting 50% down in the first run, the limber caught up to me. I mean, you notice this guy does not let you hit into his block. There we go. Hey, I remembered. All right, now do I beat him to a special 3 here? Is that what this one is? Nope, I just kill him, I guess. There we go. It don't matter. That's all we needed to do. It's done. I don't have to deal with that one again. 1 revive, I'll take it. For something I don't remember, something that's been well over a year or 2 since I've run it. Let's claim. Hey, I like it. It moved. I thought it moved it to the top. It didn't. There's 736. We are on to 74. 6 more to go. And then this Carina's challenge is in the books for this account. Skill attackers purify 1 debuff whenever they dash backwards. The number of debuffs purified increases by 1 for every subsequent dash. Okay. When the attacker purifies a debuff, the defender gains a Fury passive. The attacker intercepts the defender, all Fury passives are removed, and the defender is inflicted with a degen. 100% of the attacker's attack rating for each Fury removed. When the defender is struck, 40% chance to inflict an armor break. Aggressive. I don't know what all that is. But you know what? I don't care. Oops. Let's set it so I don't mess up. Let's do 7-star. Was it just skill attackers? It's just skill attackers. Is there any skill attacker 7-star that is poison immune? Probably have to use Chio there and shrug them. Yeah, I think that'll be the case. Who's the boss? Which boss am I going to take? Every 8 seconds, defender gains Dormant Fury, Armor Up, Power Gain. Whenever the defender is knocked down, they activate the one that's there. Immune to Armor Break. Never really liked that guy, but we may do that anyway. Yeah, I think that's the one we'll do. That's the old Loki. We're going to do that. Let's see, who do we have here that we may be able to kind of cheese it with a little bit? Got that 7-star Sim Supreme, and that would be nice to use. You know what? That's what we'll do. Not going to be, yeah. I'm not even going to read the other paths. I'm just kind of, if this don't work, we'll drop an energy refill and try another one. So far, knock on the wood, my new setup here seems to be working. Tethering off my phone and using the hotel Wi-Fi at the same time seems to, that's interesting. She didn't get anywhere close to connecting with that. There you go. Thank you. And then you intercept me? Really? Never mind. You know the heck? Dang. Let's do this. When I missed the input, I just said the heck with it. We're gonna redo this, and we're gonna come in here against her with bullseye. We'll do shield on. Fine. You know, I would like you. Slow movement projectile, and then she missed. She missed the second part of that. I swear that degen does not seem to do nearly enough. Yeah, for as many Fury buffs as I just converted there, that degen did not do very much. Hey, Lee, thank you for the gifted. Thank you, thank you. And it did not update automatically down there at the bottom. Grr. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like OBS. All my automations don't work. So we may go back to Streamlabs for tomorrow. I hate that my automations don't work. I set up all those automation. I think it's probably going to be next month, Mohammed. At least it should be. Unless they're gone way back on the drawing board. This will be slow because he doesn't bleed, but at the same time, I get to cleanse a bunch of stuff. So we'll go to a special 2, I think. Yeah, I intercepted there and got no degens on him. This game is dumb. Low fight. Oh, I got some poisons on me. So you know what? We're gonna have to do this. There we go. We got rid of the poisons. I do want those, though. I do want the armor breaks to last, because those heal me. I guess I really could have used anybody here. Didn't really need to worry about a poison immune or somebody that can cleanse. The cleanse is nice. But with the armor breaks healing me up. Even when I get a poison on me, I can mitigate it pretty easily. And the tranquilize is helping there some, you know, throughout this as well. That's why you see all the ability fails. Wish he would quit regenning. It's not a big regen, but still. Every little bit helps this chunky old boy out. I think one more special 2 here should do it. Let's see. Is there any of these April champs? One of the April champs is Lumitrix, correct. There are only 2. No, I think Lumitrix is next month. May is Cyclops rework. And that's probably when you're going to see Phoenix, I think, as well. I have not heard anything on the champions. Oh. This will be fun. This guy right here will be a ton of fun. Got to keep him to special once. And we do need to back up a lot. But at least we can bleed this guy. I like it when you can bleed people. I probably should do this. Put that nice pause in there. Look at those bleeds go to town. Let's do this, this. I don't know if you get the pause on just the second on the first hit. I don't think you do. Yeah, I haven't really paid any attention to the stuff that you need for Dark Phoenix, for Lumitrix. Any of that stuff. They made it too complex. My poor little brain doesn't stand a chance of comprehending it all. I know you got to pay for it, and that will be where I probably go free to play. Where my boycott will come into play a little bit. I don't see any reason why I will pay for Lumitrix. Unless there is something incredibly broken in that champ. The first idol champion sounded great, never used it. Have not used whatever her name is at all. So, yeah, I don't know. I think the last champ I may actually go for and pay, I've got. And that was Sebastian. Or Sebastian. That was Bastion. That one may be the last one I go for. You know what? We're going to try something here. Having to reach Celestial for, yeah. You know, some of these, like I said, maybe the last ones I go for. Oh, that did not hit me. You are so full of dog crap. Fine, evade that. Fine, fine, fine. I'll remove all the debuffs from you so you can quit evading me. And I've got myself in trouble here. He has special lot 1 beat, so my special ones won't do a whole lot. Now he can evade me for a little bit. Oh, that's nice. She shrugs. I didn't realize she can shrug off. You can shrug off Reed's special thingies. I would have shrugged off the special one. Not that I'm going to use her again, but it's kind of fun. Just go away. One free if you complete nightmare raids. I am fortunate that in both my alliances, my battle group finished the raid. Wasn't easy, but we finished it. Was not something that I want to do again. A couple of those fights are absolutely no fun. Oops. I forgot. He shrugs. This guy hurts. Didn't really bring anybody for this guy. I could use Wiccan here if need be. I'm hoping I can get him down. Well, if I let myself get hit in the face, I'm not going to get him down. Could do that too. There we go. Just got finished with the Wong chapter. Carina's challenge. Hated half of it, but got SIGs on Falcon for a new Colossus Prowler. Ooh, there you go. Congrats, man. Congrats. Not an alliance that's able to do regular raids. Never mind nightmare raids. So that's not happening. I'm stuck in the ordeal. And Battlegrounds, I'm lucky. Oh, man. Yeah, it takes time, man. You've got to build that roster up big. Unfortunately, there's two things to this game that you've got to invest. You can do one or the other. You can either invest time or you can invest money. It's not one of those games where you can pick it up day one and blast through it. It takes some time. Unfortunately. Okay. Now, we're going to start here. We're just not going to parry the guy. We'll knock him down when he has a fury buff or something like that, but I think I can do that. Nope, he gets power gain. Okay. This is not a big power gain. That's fine. Oh, heck yeah, that's fine. We'll give him some armor. We give him a fury, that's fine too. What's he got now? I guess that's another armor. He's got the evade up. I think we'll wait. This will hurt that I don't get the big damage from it, but it still did decent. Yeah, we'll give him a little power gain. And we stop the heal. That's the important thing. He's going to evade here. Second hit. We'll knock him down there. And this should finish him off. Come join safe. Yeah, there you go. Come join us. Hey, Mr. Mike Hill. It's going well. It is going well. The stream seems to be holding up the way I'm doing it now. Tomorrow, I'm going to try something a little bit different, or maybe even later tonight. I may not hook up the my cell phone tether and try again. And just see if we can stay with the hotel Wi-Fi. Odin is a beast. I wish I had him on my main account. He is the one champion I am hunting for on the main. All right, let's see where we're gonna go here. Where can I find the quests? Where can I find the paths here? Superiority, even footing, so same class. Special attacks thrown into defenders blocking, 100% block penetration, 100% attack. And if I've got superiority, superiority. I like the new word, superiority. I like it. Superiority. Okay, so mutant and tech. Is that what I want to bring? What the heck? We're going to do it. Mutant and tech. I'm not going to look any further. Yep, we're going to bring 1-star champions to the Carina's challenge here. Hold on. My wife is sending me all sorts of fun stuff that she wants me to buy from Amazon. They may not be the best to run this chapter, but I don't care. Hey, I said the best for Onslaught. Oh, Foresight. Yeah. Onslaught is the man there. So we can bring somebody else in now for this path. Along with who we had. Well, we haven't used Ironheart much. Slight delay on the game side. It's possible. It's a weird setup that I've got to do in hotels. You're only missing one chip? I'm missing a couple. Odin is the big one. And right now, I will tell you, that hotel AC is pumping out. Pumping out some cold. Oof. Okay, now I want to throw specials into his block. And do me a favor, folks. I don't often say it, and I don't often ask for it. But if you don't mind, hit the like, sub if you haven't already. I guess if you're chatting in here, you're subbed already because the way I've got it set. Ooh, you went unblockable. I missed something in the nodes. That's all right. Okay. Fine. I guess when you are unblockable, you're just not going to back away at all. I think it's when, what is it? Going unblockable when I hit into his block too many times. Alliance War's back on. Yeah, let's see. I got Gene and Bastion. How the heck did you do that, Mike? What the heck? What? Got 7-star Luke and what? Well, somebody check his game. Somebody go in there and check how he's hacking. There ain't no way. When the defender blocks a hit, they gain an indefinite fury. When they gain 6 of these furies, they go unblockable. Okay. Got it now. We may bypass the whole hit and the block thing. I hate you, Mike. Yeah, you know, he's hacking. That's all it is. I'm not going to throw him in a block. I'm not going to do it. I should go to a special 2. Especially if I'm going to let myself get hit like that. And why didn't I auto-block that? Now we just need to get to his... I probably could just do one special 1, to be all honesty. I think one special 2. I should throw it into block just to have fun with it. Just use the node the right way. Whoops. Let's try it. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. Now we've kind of put ourselves in a little bit of a pickle. See, that special 2 would have finished at any other point in time. You would have just thrown it in like you normally would. See, watch the difference in damage here. So much more damage thrown it the right way. I don't remember if I told you or not, but I finally figured out who I was bringing to rank 4. My mutants. Onslaught, there you go. He is worth it. He may be, if I get the chance and get mutant on this account, he may be my first one here too. You see, this whole node right here. Special attacks thrown in the defender's block gain 100% block penetration, 100% attack, and gain 300%, or it's 300% attack and block. That's bullcrap. My regular special did so much more damage than trying to throw it into his block. The only nice thing is you throw it into his block and they get a stun, but they're unblockable, so like that, you know. I hate this guy. So we're just going to kind of throw it the way, you know, play this, ignoring that. And just try not to hit into his block very often. Can you crit fail his falter? Apparently not. I haven't done it yet, at least. You know, I think this just does so much more damage, especially when you get a bleed on there. You can't get the bleed through hitting into his block. Let's see, I'm sorry. I promised to give everyone the luck back. I haven't had that kind of luck in a while. When is the mini account epic exploration? I need a lot more champs before I can do that. I need a lot more champs before I can do something like that. I'm just trying to get enough champs. The reason I'm doing this is I need a 7-star shard so I can open up more 7-star champions on this account So I have a shot at getting Serpent and pissing Messiah off. That's the side benefit. Yeah, now you can phase all you want, buddy. Well, if you gotta... At some point, you gotta throw a special. Oh my gosh, you're gonna let all my incinerates fall off, aren't you? That's your plan, isn't it? There we go. God, I hate this guy. There was a parry in there that... You tell me if there's a worse designed champion in this game than Mysterio. Oops. That's right. I'll take the willpower healing. And then you can just sit there in the corner and you can throw as many daggone heavies as you want. You can have your little seizure. You can do all your little fun things in there. Oh, just get me through this guy, please. There we go. Holy crud. Have you done the Shooting Stars quest on? Yes, I have. That one, I believe I have. I'll double check. I think I've completed all that. Why is that the goal, though? Because I think it would be fun. Ah, that does reach. Didn't pause, though. What the heck? Why didn't it pause? I hit my striker. I won't get many of these, but it just pissed me off that after I did that first heavy counter, it didn't pause. So it kind of blew my whole... what I was going to do this whole fight. Let's try it again. Now he's not going to throw a heavy. You watch. Fine. We'll just have to use the striker to pause it. Okay. That was such perfect timing on his part. The instant that stun wore off, he threw that heavy. Sidebar, I'm looking into... Yeah, you said that. You wanted one that was going like... going to go 50 plus miles per hour, if I remember correctly. I think we'll do Warlock v. Warlock here. That seems like a reasonable quest. Every once in a while, I'll actually successfully dex the entire special one. That's the only reason I don't like Onslaught a whole lot there, Reaper, is I find that sometimes the AI is very, very peculiar and picky on when things happen. And it's not always consistent. Oops. So let's see if we can take some time here. Let's see if we can run some time off the clock. We ran some time off the clock. Just enough. And I love Warlock, but I hate when you get the infection. It makes it so hard to see the guy. Out of curiosity, what kind of ad cadence? I don't have any. That's what type of ad cadence I have. 0. If you look at it, it says Ads Automator, which is their ads automator, off. I've got it set so that I would manually put in ads. That's YouTube. You tell it you don't want ads. Basically what happens is YouTube pays an ad or plays an ad. I don't get anything from it. They keep all that revenue. If I turn it on, I'm afraid it would go crazy. I am going to drop just a heal on this guy. I've got a couple that are getting ready to expire on this account. So there we go. I do like this fight with Onslaught, because you can counter his special one with a heavy very easily. Just like that. Oh, he was unblockable. Didn't see that. That's right. Let's get a pause on here. Come on, dude. Fine. You know, you're not going to come in. I'm just going to throw it. Sometimes I don't pay attention to what's going on in a fight, and that's only sometimes. Like right there, I never noticed. Never noticed when he was going unblockable there. Yeah, I pay for YouTube, whatever it is, premium or whatever it's called, simply for that same reason. For that same reason. I'm on 4 or 3. I'm telling you, my brain some days is a scary place because I can't remember. I'm on 3. What I've done from 1 second to the next. I should. All the rest of them are at like 20-some%. Oh, what is this one? Class discombobulate. There's a fun word. Whenever the defender is struck, they gain an indefinite armor up buff. Mutant Ascendancy. Mutant and Tech again. Why would you have Mutant and Tech? Oh, you want Underdog. Right? Mutant and Tech. So we may just keep that same team. Who's the boss? You know what? I think what I'll do is I'll sub somebody in. The duration of the attacker's unstoppable effects are increased by 100%. Additionally, while their attacker's unstoppable... Okay. I was about to say, boost, but the defender's unstoppable buff gains a 75%. We'll take it. We'll figure it out, and we'll go here. Where did I go? I said this. Yeah, this path. Yeah, I don't understand YouTube. I just stream on it. What do I have to do to get this discombobulate whenever I dodge an attack? Okay. I didn't think about that. I could have done either one of those. I guess I didn't think about that. Much rather push you to a special 2. You are much more fun to deal with your special 2. I'm dodging an attack. Fine, you know what? You know what? I don't care. Just do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Okay, that was a parry. That was a clean parry. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what a parry is and what isn't a parry, and why the game does things that it does. Sometimes there's a dex that's a dex that's not a dex, but... I don't care. We'll just fight this as if the nodes don't exist. Look at that, one that actually worked. I got a dex. So I'll hit into the block to pause it. It's supposed to pause for 5 seconds when you do that. Did you notice a pause there? I didn't. Hold on, I'll read that in a second here, Mike. So anyone know a good cosmic champion? Anyone know a good cosmic for node 36 in war? There's a shocker on there. Or a good champ that can deal with shocker. What is node 36? Remind me. Pretend as if my brain is feeble. Incinerate, bleed node. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad somebody else asked as well. If that's all it is incinerate and bleed. Kingpin. Doesn't have to be a cosmic champion. Really, just any incinerate or bleed immune. You could go in there with yeah, I would say you could even use Human Torch, just hit him in incinerate mode. If it is just the standard hazard shift. I can take a look at it here in a minute. We can take a look together in a minute. What? Why 4 special 3? Why 4 you do that to me? Reading is hard. Really? Leave him at 1%. Don't kill him. When I open, oh yeah. Yeah. So when I open on there, yeah, just don't stun him, which you don't want to do necessarily anyway. Just let him hit into your block. Uh-oh, what do we have going on here? This is where, there we go. Hotel Wi-Fi. That's what was going on there. Yeah, you don't really, I don't ever parry him anyway. I push him to special 2s, and then just take everything in the block. So I do a lot of 4-hit combos. I do a lot of 4-hit combos on that guy, and then turtle. Hey, we got the timing down on that one, right? I wanted to say Green Goblin like 3 times there in a row. Green Goblin is another one of those little pricks that is just a pain in the butt to fight. I finally have enough mroes on there. I've got the the extended timer going. But there, see, I lose all my neuros. I think now we're just gonna throw special 2 and finish you off. Hotel's got something, man. What do we have left here? A couple fights left here. Who do we want to use for this one? Let's use a warlock for this one. Hope this guy wants to throw special ones. Also need somebody who can deal with Sentinel. Anybody can deal with Sentinel. Rupture Bleed. Okay, here's going to be one for you. Do Sentinel. Oh, Rupture Bleed. Deathless She-Hulk. Oh, no, that's Rupture. That would be Rupture Poison. Rupture and Bleed. That's a tough combination. You'd have to do just one. Just do the bleed side of it. Would be my guess. Yeah, I don't have Prowler. Prowler is Rupture immune, right? Okay. Well, that didn't work. I don't know if there's a harder to dex special 2 in this game than Venom's. What I wanted was that. Yeah, for Rupture, you really have to just avoid it for the most part. And heal during... Yeah, you could do that. Well, you know, just know he's going to get to 100 charges. Just know you're going to bait a lot of special ones. To me, it's much safer to bait a ton of special ones from the guy than it is to miss a dex on the special 2. The special 2, if it hits you, you're dead. The special 1, if it hits you, you're not going to die from it. You know, you can even take it into block to get some willpower healing. I figured the evade was going to trigger. Okay. I thought I had a parry in there. Apparently not. Sometimes I amaze myself at how poorly I do at this game. Fine, you know what? We'll do this. We'll lock those in. And we'll finish you off. Death Strike takes less damage from bleed and she's Rupture. There you go. Who did Kurt suggest? For that bleed shock node, just bring Onslaught? Yeah. She's in fully immune. We can take a look at mine here in a minute. Let's go this way. We're not bringing anybody in. We're just going to kind of go with what we got. I think we'll start here. I just want to see the node. It's probably an easy solo with Nefaria, but I'll be able to control his power. Not have to worry about Let's see what that does. That does decent damage. How did you get the unstoppable? I can take it back. You know what? We'll just wait for it. We'll get it ourselves. We'll do it again. Oh, now you're wanting to throw special ones. I like you, dude. Failed the node. This will be a little bit of a pain in the butt, because I have no special ready. But no special ready. The turn off part of the node. Give me some space, dude. You're in my face. We're going to throw that. We're getting close to finishing them. Ah, I shouldn't have thrown it there. Like that Dexing in the corner? Did you like that? Did you like that? Did you see all that? I Dexed that whole special one in the corner. That's not bad considering I was just going in to see the fight. Let's finish this sucker off. And then we're going to test something. We're going to test something right here. Hold on, hold on. I'm going to be right back in about 2 minutes. Need to go grab something. All right, and I'm back. All right, so we're going to try something here, okay? This may break things, and if I disappear, well, we're in overtime anyway. I'm going to disable my tethering. I just want to see how everything is working on just the hotel Wi-Fi, okay? So bear with me. Maybe, are we back? I broke it for a second. I think I'm back. It says I was reconnected successfully. Hey, we're back. All right. I shouldn't do that in the middle. It's either something you do before or after. I just wanted to see what would happen. Okay, so let's go take a look at my war. We may do some live war. Maybe. I like recording it. I've got some good war fights coming up. Oh, they made it easy on me. I bet you Kurt can guess who the first champion I'm going to bring in is. Okay, we'll take that bishop. Well, he may have to wait. If I get to him first, I'm taking him. He can take any one of those left island ones, though. Well, I'm seeing Ironheart and Luke. Luke Cage for that right there. There is no one better for that fight. I can do Ironheart because I can easily take Bishop with Ironheart. Let's see who he is put in there that he wants. Okay, so he's saying Thing, Bullseye, and Zola. Okay, I can deal with that. So I can bring in... Hotel Wi-Fi just ain't cutting it by itself. Because it keeps losing connection. Okay, well, I know I need to tether. And we're back again. At least the one nice thing about OBS is once the connection drops, it does give me some time before it kills the stream, unlike Streamlabs OBS. It kills the stream right away. Yeah, I don't know here. Yeah, it's just this hotel. So I can take Bishop. Maybe I can bring somebody for Korg. I could probably... I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. I can bring Luke. Ironheart. You know what? That would... What's his hell? I don't think I've got a Corvus on this account. That would be a great Corvus fight. Oh, I want more than that. Could bring Lady Deathstrike. That may be the 3, and I could take this guy pretty easily. Let's see. I don't think I've got a Lady Deathstrike ranked up on this account. Let's see who I've got. It's either going to be I take... Yeah, see, I could do Lady Deathstrike. Possibly then remove, hate to say it, remove Ironheart. But now we'll do Ironheart, 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 Lady Deathstrike. Don't really have much for there, and then could do Luke there. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm not going to do it live. I may even do Shocker. Shocker would be good for this guy. Yeah, not with Safeguard. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Enough looking at that. Let's see if we can get another quest in here before the hotel Wi-Fi really wants to kick me off. I'd like to finish this whole thing up. If you guys want to stick with me, I'll keep doing these. Last war, I only did 4. One of the fights pissed me off, and I didn't feel like doing any more after that. Oh, let's see. What do we have here? Top dog. If the class has class advantage, cut your losses whenever the attacker loses power from a power drain, burn, or steal effect. They gain a non-stacking fury passive. Whenever the defender is inflicted with a debuff, 100% chance to inflict a non-stacking power burn. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. This is going to be fun. We're going to hit like a truck. I think we're going to hit like a truck. Let's make sure we're on 7 stars only. Let's not do anything dumb. We've got Nefaria. We've got Shield. I think we'll go Bullseye. We'll go Hulk. And then we'll bring one champion for the boss that we'll probably end up not using. Ooh, we could probably take him. Who do I have as a 7-star? I could bring in Titania. Don't necessarily want to do Titania. I could do 7-star Luke. Not Awaken. Would still do wonderful things to him. But the heck, we'll bring in Titania. We'll do these 3. We'll do this. Yeah, welcome to war. It had, because of the change to scoring, when you have the more deaths, it's more death centric. So we're dropping because we're dying more than the alliances that are around us that are winning. It's dumb. Oops, I didn't want to go in here with Bullseye. I wanted to use Shield here. That's all right. It'll be a quick enough fight. Well, especially if my inputs don't work exactly right. I should have restarted when I had to run out real quick. Let me heal up from the debuffs, that's fine. I'll heal from your stupid debuff. There we go. Hey, Woo, what's going on? Hi, you can answer now or that I've said last... I'm missing something there, Woo. Repeat what you said last night because I'm old. I don't remember what people said 5 minutes ago. So if you can repeat what you said, I will be glad to answer, assuming the hotel Wi-Fi holds up. I hate his special one. His is one of those that's got that projectile that moves entirely too slow. I thought I was going to get a lot more Furies than what I'm getting. Alright, I'm staying. There we go. There's some power gain. That's what I was looking for. Let's see. Damn, really say you were... No, I didn't say I was going to buy you a Bastion. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that. Oh, Mike, he's a real-life friend. Just tell him you'll still see him in real life. There's an easy answer for that. You'll still see him in real life. Oh, you remember me mentioning that, do you? I do not recall that. I recall I said for my birthday, you guys were going to buy me a Bastion. And you know what? I had to buy myself my own bastion. So I don't want to hear it. And yes, I know you can slow time and you can do all that stuff, but I'm not gonna. Not going to do it. Because when I do it, I mess it up. And I mess up enough other stuff in fights. Hey, Ballo, how's it going, man? A Bastion action figure, maybe Messiah. Yeah, there you go. I said that YouTubers shouldn't trust words and also shouldn't focus on 1% rewards of what only 10% of the ball players focus and ask for the whole game. Update AQ side. Well, yeah, I'm still in 4BGs with Abdo there, Reaper, on the main. Okay. With that, the problem is a good majority of YouTubers, not all of us, are endgame, really focused on endgame content. So it's kind of unfair. I stream because I like streaming. I've got one account here. This is my little account. That is my little free to play, my little whatever you want to call it. The changes and what they're talking about don't really affect this account. Although on this one, I do run nightmare raids, and we did finish thanks to Curd. So it's hard to say. The end game content drives the rest of what Kabam does. The more end game content they do, it pushes the non-end game content down to everybody else. But most of your YouTubers are going to be focused on end game content because that's what everybody wants to see. Especially if you do YouTube for a living, you kind of have to do end game content. You have to do battlegrounds and things like that. Very few YouTubers are going to be successful not doing end game content, unless they're a lot more entertaining than me. Here I'm doing Act 7. This isn't end game content. So, it is. I know you chipped in 5. I appreciate that. But yeah, it is. It's tough because we have to do things that people want to watch. I can tell you from history and from a lot of my streams, it really is no fun to do a lot of these streams without people chatting. That's kind of why I started streaming in the first place, was I wanted, I kind of grew up in MCOC, watching Brian Grant and grinding Arena along with him. Okay? Watching Seaton and doing stuff alongside while Seaton was streaming. That to me was fun. I decided, well, I'm going to play this game anyway. Let me try streaming. So I started streaming, but what I want is people chatting and talking. YouTubers don't stream for the rewards, but for the game mode. That's not. Well, yes and no. We stream because we want people to watch. If we didn't want people to watch, we wouldn't stream. Okay? Plain and simple. I mean, I wouldn't stream if no one was watching. Okay? The way to get people to watch is pushing endgame content. My biggest streams are endgame content. So, yes, I happen to also, whoops, missed the decks there. my channel was brought up and developed primarily because I was in 4Loki. If I wasn't in 4Loki, my first 5,000 subscribers never would have existed. So because I was in 4Loki, I had the ability to stream and get people because of the tag I had. So, you know, it's not fair to say YouTubers are, you know, I don't know if you're trying to say we're out of touch, if we're doing things that are different, if we're saying things that are different from others. I don't know. "90% feel miserable because they like and enjoy the things they like and enjoy don't get updated. You think those would still watch you or play the..." Well, you know, we're trying. I don't know of any YouTuber that hasn't said, "Hey, don't the hell with Event Quest, just update Battlegrounds." I don't know any of them that have said, "The hell with AW, just update Alliance Quest." We're after, and you know, you watch Vega, he was clear. He wants Alliance Quest updated. He hated the raids. That's his big thing right now. He hated raids. You know, it is. I'm after updates to everything. "Why do you call it endgame content and put Battlegrounds at only endgame content that's worth update?" No. We're not saying. I would love to see an update to AQ. The AQ rewards are stale, although they do upgrade the store there every once in a while. I have said, if you ever watch me do AQ, I have taken the same fights in map 8 for like 3 years. I would love an update. There's absolutely no doubt that I would love to get some of this stuff updated. But, you know, most YouTubers focus Battlegrounds because that's what most people watch. You know, we're chasing things down. We've got to do stuff that people want to see. Didn't want a Dex there. So, you know, we've got to kind of do those things that people want. I don't know kind of what you expect more than that from us, but I'm also going to stream things that I enjoy, and that may be where I'm different. I don't enjoy a lot of endgame content. I stream it, and it's because people want to see it, but things like Epic of Pain, ah, damn it. I hate it. I hated Ares. Didn't want to do it. I did it because a lot of people wanted to see it done. I wanted the rewards. I wanted the rewards to make my Battlegrounds deck bigger. Okay, I don't know what you want us to focus on, Woo. Give me specifics on what you want us to focus on. What you want, what? Okay, since you're saying we're out of touch with 90% of the people, what do you want us to focus on? Okay, the whole game. War just recently got updated. We're pushing for another game mode, Battlegrounds, to be updated. AQ was updated with Nightmare Rage, which suck, but they did upgrade them. And we've given our feedback on it verbally in every stream. I think every YouTuber would agree and has said Event Quest needs to be updated. What game mode do you want updated that we're not talking about? Hey, Faust, what's going on? I mean, I was one. Ask Kurd, ask anybody in 4BGs. I put polls out there about AQ, about that I then passed that information along to Kabam as a content creator. I'm updating AQ. I just said, you know, AQ needs to be updated. It's just not going to get a whole lot on a stream because no one does AQ on stream. You know, Paragauntlet. I've said Event Quest needs updated. That's part of the whole thing. That's the monthly quest. The side quest. I talked a whole lot about what I would do with the side quest. I would make the monthly event quest, the side quest, they're doing for side quest now would make the monthly event quest. Get rid of the monthly event quest. Just have this nice little 3 or 4 fight path and be done with it. You know, they've already, yeah, like these guys are saying, they've already said that there's a new beta for the monthly event quest coming next month. They're working on it. That feedback has been given and they're doing it. You know, it's unfortunate that you may not like Battlegrounds and that's the big talk right now, but that doesn't always mean that's all we're going to talk about. Same class. We may do this path. So, what's pissing me off is that you need a rage to change. But that's okay. There's a fallacy in that. If you think for a moment that those plans that Crash put out there weren't already in discussion prior to the post on boycott, I've said this. Okay, Faust, you joined in time because I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna put my iPad aside and we're gonna talk here. Okay, being somebody that works for a very large Fortune 100 company. Okay, I'll talk arenas separate. Arenas we have to do separately. Let's put those aside. Okay, the way development works is nothing is developed in a month. Development works on, I guarantee you, probably at least a 6-month cycle for them. You know, it is, like I've said many times on this channel, it's the equivalent of trying to turn a tanker, like an oil tanker. If you think that when they see something coming, they can turn in 5 minutes and get out of the way of it, you need to go look it up, because it takes them a long time to stop the momentum that is going this way to get it to turn to another angle. It's the same way in game development and all that. They've got 6, 9, 12-month, 18-month road plans that they're developing towards. You know, these things are in discussion. These things are in works. You know, what he put in that post that said, hey, it's coming in May, it's coming, next month. Yes, they made some slight adjustments. They changed the rewards for season 27 that they were going to put in probably on season 28. These things are in there. The whole uproar is that these things that are on their roadmap are not communicated. That's the big issue. If they had communicated, hey, here's our roadmap for Battlegrounds. Hey, here's our roadmap for AQ. Hey, here's our roadmap for the event quest. Hey, here's our roadmap for that. They used to do that, if you remember correctly. Go back when Kabam Mike was leading the community. Mike with 2 eyes, by the way, before Jax. He used to put out the roadmaps. Okay. The problem with them publishing a roadmap was all of a sudden everybody started bitching and moaning of, hey, you put this on the roadmap. Where is it? You put it out there 15 days ago. Where's my change? And everybody bitched and moaned the changes weren't happening that they put on the roadmap. The problem with roadmap and development is things happen and things occur that you can't always deliver on time, which is why they don't put dates on things, which is why they don't give the roadmaps now, is because most game communities, as soon as they hear something announced, expect it the next day. You can put out there, like, I'll grab another game, GTA 6. People are waiting patiently with bated breath for that. If it's delayed, you're going to hear such a shit-fit fiesta that it's not even funny. Okay? That's just the way it is. That is games across the board. As soon as a date is missed, The fiesta of crap rolls out and hits the fan. Okay. Now, that said, the boycott. The boycott, all that, it didn't really change anything in their development plans except for the rewards for this next coming Battleground season. Okay. It did change their plans there a little bit. They're pushing their rewards up a little bit that they hadn't already communicated to us. I guarantee you season 28 was going to be what they're putting in season 27 now. You don't make a change to kind of the back end like that without having some plans to do it. Okay? They can push things like that forward. What the boycott did, what all the uproar did was force them to verbalize what they had planned. That has always been my thing with them. They need to communicate more. Period. They communicate what's going on, and on that calendar, it's a balancing act. They communicate. Okay, let's look at their post. He put in there something was going to happen in May. Okay, so let's just say it. Something's going to happen in May. I don't know what the development is. Let's say one of the new Battlegrounds changes they put in there will come through in season 29 in May. They run into a development issue. They can't put it out there in May, and they've got to push it. How do you think that's going to be received? Do you think the public at large will be understanding and say, oh, it's okay, I understand development issues come up? No. What they're going to say is, see, here you go, kabam again, promising they can't deliver, blah, 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 blah. So they have to balance transparency and expectations. What I'd like to see them do, and I've said it more often, is just put out there, hey, we understand, here's what we're looking at, not give timelines, just be as transparent as possible without promising anything. Because the problem with almost every game out there is you end up in a situation where you overpromise and you underdeliver. And that's never good for a company. You always want to underpromise and overdeliver. There are things that they are working on that they can't tell us about. I know there's things that they're working on that they haven't told you about. So, and Kurt, you're not the average person. I guarantee you, if you look back at the forum posts and all that, when Mike used to put out the roadmaps, they got butchered when things didn't happen, when things fell through that just didn't work the way they wanted them to. The main thing is communicate more. More posts like what Crash did is what the community team should be doing. A lot of it, yes, you want to be careful. Yes, you want to, you want to control the content. You want to control the communication. I don't think they said everything's balanced and how it's supposed to be. I'm going to touch on Arena. I'm somebody who grinds Arena. Okay. I grind Arena because it is free units. It is very quick. It is very seamless. It's very easy. What do you want them to change in Arena? Where else can you get 300 units for an hour and a half's worth of time? You mentioned Arena. My whole thing with people, don't bitch and moan and complain without coming with a solution. I'll bitch and moan about Event Quest. I've got a solution for that. I like my idea. I like my plan. I had ideas for Battlegrounds on what they could change. I have ideas on Alliance Quest for what they could change. War. What do you want them to change? Don't just go to Pam and say, hey, update arenas. Say, hey, update arenas, here's my idea. Okay, you can't say that either. They didn't say, but not updating anything is proving they say it's balanced. No, that's a fallacy. Just because they don't say they're something doesn't mean they're not working on something. Okay? Arena is not for the shards. If you're doing Arena for shards, you're doing the wrong game mode. Arena is for units. That's all. It's for units and gold. It's for shards for early game people. Just like what are these quests for? If they come up. You got back issues. You've got those that you can do. You want early game, end game content? There's a bunch in here. You could do Labyrinth of Legends. You could do Abyss of Legends. You could do Necropolis. You could do EOP Acceptance. You can do the Deathless Mausoleum. You can do Grandmaster's Gauntlet. They've got stuff for mid-game content players. Then why give? Because it gives you something to do. Do the majority of people get those champs? No. It gives a 4-star champion. It gives a way for people who want to be collectors to collect them all. And in a way, if you do it, I mean, I do it all the time on my main. I probably have close to 2 million of the 3 to 5-star hero crystals, whatever they're called. The little shards there. I could open every one of those, get a bunch of other shards to give me, stuff that I can open 5 stars, which then give me shards to open up 6 stars, which then give me, shards to open up 7. I understand the need, but the thing about it is, if they update arenas, and they've said this, they've looked at it, they're change the way it works, and they're gonna remove a lot of the free unit gain that you can get. Yeah, all the content gets dated. I mean, I'm gonna go back to other MMOs, other games. You look at World of Warcraft. They put out 20 years worth of updates and upgrades, and you look at your starter zones, those are outdated. Everything gets outdated. Some of the raids, yes, they now increase the level caps and all that to make them so that you can run them now, but you don't want to run the same thing time and time and time and time again. I don't know. I did. I was just looking. I consider BGs gives enough rewards for the time you play that you think my answer. Okay, for units, I said I grind arena. I don't want to spend. I don't want to put all my money into it. I'm happy with the way arena is. It takes me every 3 days. It takes me an hour and a half, and I get 300 free units or 300 units for that hour and a half. Gives me something to do while I'm on a conference call at work. Gives me something to do while I'm watching a stream. It is it the most fun game mode? No, but I think that's the last thing they should update. Kind of coming through. All right, I should be back again. Lovely hotel Wi-Fi. This needs to be updated. There's no doubt about it. This needs to be updated on a regular cadence. The problem is they've gotten themselves in trouble. And where they got themselves in trouble is right here. This was a good idea. Challenger, Contender, Proven, Conqueror, Uncollected, Cavalier, Thronebreaker, Paragon, Valiant. Because there's nothing for Valiant. That's what I'm getting into right now. You look at all these game modes here. Contender, Proven, Conqueror, Uncollected, Cavalier, Thronebreaker. To update one, you've got to update all of them. Okay? They're coming out with a beta for Valiant in the event quest. You just can't keep pushing rewards out there. You've got to keep it balanced across the board. I don't know. They got themselves in trouble with the progression titles. And they're trying to dig themselves out of it, if you ask me, because everything now is based on these progression titles. And as soon they want to they want to come out with another one after Valiant, but the problem with that is now everybody's going to expect, oh, well, then there's going to be I don't know, whatever the next one they want to call it is, Crystal, and then a version of the event quest, and this, and that, and. Okay? So they got themselves in trouble here. If they never had come out with these titles, you can kind of keep going. We'd be running Thronebreaker version of EventQuest and not thinking anything about it. When you look at it, Thronebreaker's the last one. Yeah, they have the Paragauntlet, but there's not a Paragon version of the EventQuest. There's not a Valiant. I mean, we can complain until we're blue in the face. There's always something to complain about. If you're not enjoying it and all you're doing is looking at areas to complain, don't play. I think, like I said, I think they're doing a wonderful job on many areas of the game trying to keep it fresh. You got to keep in mind, this is a huge, huge, huge game. It is not, but woo, it's a game. If you're not having fun, don't play. It's simple. I have fun playing this game. I have fun playing Battlegrounds, so I'm going to play Battlegrounds. I still do the Event Quest. I still do Alliance Quest. I still do all the other stuff along with it. It's not an excuse, though. You can complain all day long. Okay. Woo, here's what I'm going to say to you right now. Give me one concrete example of how you would change one game mode. Simple. And if you've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on it, good luck. Congrats to you. I've spent a couple thousand. I've not spent hundreds of thousands. Overall, everybody has, yes. They've spent millions on this game. But instead of complaining, what we need to do as a community is go to them with a solution. Here's what we would like to see. Instead of, hey, this shit's outdated, let's boycott. The thing that I like that Vega does, and several others, is they say, hey, it's outdated. Here's what I would do to change it. It gives them an idea. I've had friends quit because of it. I mean, I'm gonna pick out one of the biggest streamers that there's ever been in MCOC, Seaton. He stopped playing because he got frustrated and mad at the direction of the game. I'm not boycotting. I mean, I'm not going to spend because there's nothing to spend on. I just got done spending $500 to get Bastion. My expectations for that money was, hey, at the end of it, I'm going to get Bastion. I got Bastion. It met my expectations. Do I have issues with the game? Yes. But what you have to do in any area in life, when you have a complaint, when there is an issue, is come with a solution. I don't think any of us want to complain because we feel like complaining. Brian, there's been he put a post out on X not too long ago that's just saying there's some issues that he's trying to work through. I don't know if it's health issues. It's my right to point to issues. I haven't. Okay, and if all you're going to do is complain, no one's going to listen. Okay? Everybody can complain until they're blue in the face. It is everybody's right. They can do whatever they want. You have free speech. It is a free world. But if you don't have a solution, people have the right to say, well, I'm sorry you're upset. Don't play if you're not happy. So anything? No. I give it. I'm going to go back and I'll stop here. I'm going to go back to what I said. Give me one thing you would change. Give me one suggestion. Don't just say change it. Give me a suggestion of what you want to see changed. Okay? Yeah, boycotting's a complaint. But if you look at the people in those videos that are boycotting, they gave suggestions on what they would change. That's the difference. You look at Legacy's video, Trapeze, Vega's, even Seaton's. He gave suggestions on what they would change. That's the difference. They are giving concrete examples of, hey, I don't like this. Here's what I would do. I'm boycotting because I don't like this. I want to see them do X. Don't force players to have to do lower rarities on monthly. Well, that's the entry price to do Paragauntlet. That goes back for those that have played for a long time. What did you have to do to get entry here? Do you remember? I don't even know if the rewards are still out there. Yeah, it's changed now. What did you have to do to run Labyrinth of Legends? You had to do the Proving Grounds before it. You had to show that you could get through it. You had to show that you could do Road to Labyrinth. That's why it's called Road to the Labyrinth. It actually gave you a key that unlocked Labyrinth of Legends. The reason you have to do, oops, not that. The reason you have to do this right here, that little thing that says Thronebreaker, to do the Paragon Gauntlet, is because the Paragon Gauntlet only costs like 50 energy, if that. Woo, for the longest time, Labyrinth of Legends was the endgame content, and it was about 5 years. The first 5 years of the game, the endgame content was Labyrinth of Legends. I like that, Reaper. Baptize a cat. I understand completely. Okay, but they change. The one that gets me more is Alliance Quest, where I have fought the same champions, the same exact path, the same exact champions for like 3 years. This one at least changes up. They change the nodes, they change the bosses, they change everything that they can. You're getting Valiant EQ. You're getting 9.2. You just got the Ordeal. Before that, you had Epic of Pain. Before that, you had the Alliance War Showcase, which was new. Before that, you had all of the Eternity of Pain fights coming up. You had all of this content that you can do. What you're focusing on, even as a non-endgame player, is the one thing that hasn't changed, and you're getting upset because they didn't change that one thing. Give me a solution. Until then, we'll agree to disagree, and I won't read any more of them. Give me a solution. Let's continue on here. We're going to run this path. So even footing, same class, and it's got, I think, skill cosmic. Yes. Bosses. Oh, who are we going to go with here? Maybe this guy? Okay. I know what we're going to do there. Go read Crash's post. Woo, he explained it. But they're not changing it just because of the boycott. That's where you're getting yourself stuck. If you think all those changes in that mini novel that Crash put out there are coming just because that the only thing that came because of it is the communication. That's the difference. That's the only thing that happened was because of the communication. Well, you've said there's so many issues, it's not even funny right now. Pick your poison. Pick your battle. Come up with a solution. Gosh dang it, I hate this guy sometimes. The only change I want is to have Titan shards be more accessible. I agree with that. Yeah, and I think Crash mentioned that in there, at least somewhere, that they're looking at the possibility of other game modes and trying some different things. But all of that takes development cycles. You know, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. And I agree. I mean, there's lots of things I would change and lots of things that they could do. Woo, you're just upset and you're angry. You have a right to be upset and angry, but it's jading everything that you say. As somebody who's worked customer service in many different industries for a very long time and who spends time trying to make people satisfied with things that they may not always necessarily like, you're just angry, you're upset, you have a right to be, but you're not going to win anybody to your side that way. I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can with this when I'm saying, don't just bitch and moan. If you want change, the best way to bring about change, and take it from somebody who is older, been there for a very long time, worked for a lot of industries, worked for a lot of companies. I have worked for Fortune 500 companies almost my entire life. I know how these guys work. Woo, but you're trying to win. You're sitting there saying, anyway, I've wasted enough cycles in my brain. I agree, and I think they've been working on this for a long time. Like I said, I think the biggest issue is they suck at communications. I explained that kind of when I was going through reading the post. That is the one thing that Kabam is no good at whatsoever. They are a terrible company when it comes to communication. And have been for a very long time. And now, some companies are good at it, some are not. I've worked for both. Some companies let you know everything up front. Some try to keep it all as close to the best as they can. Kabam tries to keep it all as close to the best as they can, but the problem is they're not ever going to satisfy. Oh, stop throwing heavies, you. I did not want to hit you there. So, you know, that's the thing that I would change first and foremost. And I can tell them how. I have told them how. You know, communication isn't something you do when people are mad. Communication is something you do before people are mad. You're forced to do communications like they did when people are mad. I think I said it after his post. It's a very good post. I almost want to say too little too late, but it wasn't too little. It was too late. Let me see what Curd said here. Yeah, there'll be a tournament coming up. Most frustrating things for yeah. Even with the bugs are communication. Bugs are just another thing that proves that they're wrong with communication. No one says you have to spend on pre-release, Woo. They are that is something I'm going to say is very, very clear. When they put out a champion, you know that there's a rebalancing program, and you know you take the risk. I did it with Bastion. I take the risk that in 3 months they may nerf them. They haven't done it to many champions. But I take that risk. I knew it when I put my money down for him. Not a unusual thing. That happens in every game. It doesn't happen nearly enough in this game. That is one thing that Brian Grant and I agree with. And I'm dropping frames again. I'm going to give it a second here to get normalized again. Once I come back, give it a second. Okay. Am I normalized now? I think I'm normalized again. Woo, I'll give you everywhere that it's possible. Any game that you've ever played. Going back to EverQuest, going back to any online game. Balancing is always something they have to do. They don't do it enough here. They do not nerf enough champions. That nerfs are a part of every single online game. They need to do more of it. They don't use that program nearly well enough. There needs to be some that get tuned up more. There needs to be some that are tuned down some after they're released. Would it be fun to have a champion that you like nerfed? Nope. But at the same time, we've got champions like Psycho Man in the game. I mean, I don't. I guess it's maybe my age, maybe it's my temperament, maybe it's just my view on life. But I can tell you, many years back, I think many of you know me. I'm used to be a very, very, very big World of Warcraft player. One of the biggest. Maybe didn't stream, maybe wasn't well known, but I played a hell of a lot of World of Warcraft. I quit playing because they made changes to the game I didn't like. I used to play Star Wars, the Old Republic, the MMO. Played a lot of it. You know, it was kind of the game I went to after I played World of Warcraft. I don't play it anymore because they made changes I didn't like. I play this game now, and I will play it until they make changes I don't like. There's things in this game I don't like, but I'm still having fun. My thing is, if you don't like something, the boycott. See, what people get wrong in all of this is the boycott shouldn't be about spending. Whoops. The boycott should not be about spending. The boycott should be about playing the game. To sit there and say, yeah, I'm going to still play, but I'm not going to spend. Kabam knows, any business knows, any game developer knows, half the battle is just getting you to play. You may say you're not going to spend, but sooner or later something's going to come along to tempt you. Hold on. Okay, I'm back again. Anyway, I don't know what you caught of that, what you didn't. What Crash put in that post was, and I don't know what you heard or didn't, but I'll kind of go back over it here just for a brief second. So, the whole boycott thing needs to be about playtime, not about money. If it's just about money, it is what it is. You know, they're not worried about that. They're worried about how many active players they have. If you want to have a boycott be successful, quit playing the damn game. That is how you hurt them. Because if you're not playing a game, then you're not spending. If you're playing a game, they're going to take the risk on it and say, hey, you're still playing. We're going to put something out there sooner or later that you're going to jump all over. I used to play Apex Legends. I love that game and spent hundreds on skins. Devs made changes. They only catered to pro players and streamers, so I quit playing. Yep. Yep. You want to hurt them? People want to hurt Kabam? Quit playing. Not just, hey, I'm going to stop spending. That's fine. They've got people that are willing to spend a lot of money to make up for what you're not. So, if you want the boycott to be successful, my recommendation is don't play. Let their numbers dip of how many people are actually logging into the game and how many people are playing. Then they will start to feel it. A few people boycotting spending, damn it, ain't gonna change anything. Missed my last medium. I hate when that input drops. So, my recommendation for people, you may be upset, you may want to boycott, you may want to see changes. The best way to get your ideas heard is not to be upset and angry. Be rational, provide a solution, and people will listen. And hey, Darkness. You don't provide a solution, you come angry. As somebody who used to work as a customer many years ago, customer service manager at Walmart. I used to work as a store manager for what was Electronics Boutique, which is then GameStop. As somebody who used to manage a customer call center. Damn it. Okay, so I'm back again, I think. I'm plugging my cell phone back in. Give me 1 second. Let me get this so that it's connected here so that it can continue on. There we go. So now it'll get better. Okay. Alrighty, Reaper. Take care, man. When my people on the phone have given them, hey, I'll give you a 1 month credit, whatever it is. When they get to me, they've wasted so many people's time just bitching because they wanted to bitch and moan. They get to me and I'll say, well, I'm looking over it. I'll give you a $25 credit. And they'll be like, whoa, 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 wait. This person said they would give me a month. And I'd sit there and say, yeah. But since then, you've wasted, an hour or two of people's time that I've got to pay, $100 or whatever it is for their time. You've cost me more resources. My willingness to help you has gone out the window. You just wanted to bitch and moan. You were trying to get more out of it. I'm sorry. And I ran a very successful call center. My call center for 3 years in a row was the top one with Sprint, because that's the way I did it. Those people understood by the time they got done with me, they need to value the time of the person they were talking to, because bitching and moaning ain't always the way to get what you want. It takes cycles away. Having to answer to people who just want to bitch takes cycles away from other things that could be done. So yeah, we all complain that we want more out of Kabam. We want more communication. The more they've got to answer for people just bitching takes away cycles from that community team to be able to do anything else. Who is the boss in this one? This is the other Kang. This is the 4-phase one that I was thinking of. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it there. And, Woo, I hate to say it, you're just one of those people that they're not going to satisfy no matter what they do. I don't want to worry about miss. I think we'll go this way. Yep, we'll go that way. Tech attackers with armor. I wonder if Guardian's armor counts. We're going to find out. We're just going all tech. Ooh. Oof. Oof. There's a mcoc. Okay, I think we'll be okay. What path was that? Was it this one? Yes, it was that one. Okay. What are you happy with that they've done, Woo? And why? They can't change everything all at the same time. So if that's what you're expecting, you might as well give it up now. They can't. It's not possible. We're about to find out if his armor up counts. Oh, his is active. I was thinking it was passive armor. So yeah, his counts. Alright, I want to parry one more time here, then we'll drop this. Finish him off. I know this is totally random, but just tried the new orange Coke, pleasantly surprised. It's good, and I'm not even a pop. Hey, I didn't even know there was an orange Coke out. Okay, Woo, name me one bit of the content that has come out recently that is all focused on spending. If you're sitting there complaining about Battlegrounds and people stream that, that's a non-spend game mode. Hey, even through my cell phone it's dropping frames. Not fair. I'm reconnected again. God, I love hotels. My favorite spot to stream from. Well, I will say we will agree to disagree, and I'm going to leave it there. But you've made the stream more enjoyable because I've gotten to get... I got riled up. I got some emotion. Grape Fanta is awesome. Well, Woo, it's because I'm in a hotel. It's nothing personal with you. I think we'll go here, here, here. Oh, this will go well. He ain't ever getting to a special one. Well, I say that. Why are you not... I've got armor ups. Why are you not power draining? I gotta take more block hits. I see. Whoops. There's a hit that I should... Okay, what? Oh, he's unstoppable because I lost my armor up. You know what? Game crashed. The game crashed. Complete total crash. Now the problem's going to be, is the pre-fight still on there? That's going to be the bigger issue. Okay, pre-fight's still on there. Okay, hold on a second. Why is it not going away? Every 5 hits, an attacker combo creates a steadfast buff, allowing them to block when unblockable. Defender's power. Okay, why am I not getting a power drain? Ah. Power drains, burns, or locks opponent they gain. Passive fury, increase, max stack. Oh, no, it should still be giving them a power drain. I've got an armor. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Are you telling me her armor ups don't count? I don't know. It's better than the last run at it. Regardless. All right, let's keep going. Let's get through this. Then we can finish the stream and I can go get dinner. Holy moly, it's 5:30 here. I need some dinner. What am I having for dinner, guys? Let's change the subject completely. What should I get for dinner? I'm thinking maybe some Chinese. I need some broccoli. See, he works. What makes him work so easy and other ones not? Chicken. Ooh, that sounds good. Which path is this? This is 746 Keck path. It's the power technician, dress code, immovable object, blah, 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 blah. He may get a special off in this fight, but it's not going to matter too much. Sushi from a good sushi restaurant. You can sit at the bar and talk to the sushi chef who bounces at you not liking eating. I'm not a big sushi guy. I know that's probably hard to imagine for people. Which one of these paths? I think I go here. Nope, 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 nope. It is here. Really? Really? They put a hood on my path. And then we get the final boss. I don't know if I've got a right champion for it, but I've always struggled with that fight anyway, so it doesn't really matter. There's 8 Furies. Let's get 9 Furies. Let's drop this with 10. And nice and quick. I don't like raw. I'm not a big fish person, even when it's cooked. There's some fish I like, some I don't. You know, I love tuna. I love a good tuna steak. Raw tuna, on the other hand, no. All right, now I've got to remember this stupid fight. I know it's intercept, counter heavy, counter special, and something else, right? I gotta see what they are. It's got the various slow motion, fast motion. Okay, stunned, dashing, performing a heavy. So stunning, intercept, heavy, and recovering from special. Okay. Let's start with Guardian. This may take a few revives. I forgot how to do that. Now I remember. Come on, dude. Thank you. Dang it. Throw a special. Almost got all that in there before. Whoops. I pushed him red. Okay. Well, I kind of remember it now, at least. All-night stream? Nah. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Okay, what in the world? Ah, same one twice in a row. Well, I'm messing this up. I hate this Kang. This is my least favorite fight in here. Because he, for whatever reason, I cannot get him to throw a special. I mean, like right now. There we go. Game lagged right there. Okay, why am I having trouble countering that? Every time I try and do that one, it lags. Or maybe it's just me. I get caught there every single time. Damn it. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Was not ready for that. This should push him. Hey, we got through one life. 3 more to go. Now we have 2 of them. I hate slow motion. Want you back against the wall. And then I'm just going to heavy spam you for a second here. Stack up some frickin' bleeds. This isn't the best champion for this fight, by the way. Do this. We should get a little heal. Yeah, it's fine. I just don't do it. I just don't do this fight very well. Because I hate the timing on that. I always mess it up. Oops. And that's going to do it for me. That's going to do this guy in. Yep. Messed the timing up. No, it doesn't feel like cheating. It's still a pain in the butt. Still a massive pain in the butt. I need to do this. Need to do this on my phone. I have not gotten a successful, there we go, successful intercept. Dang it. Not doing enough damage. And that's probably it for her. Don't know why I'm struggling so much. Just dexing out of the way of things. Can't counter there. Do okay when that special's against the wall. As much as I hate doing things that are against the wall. Alright, we've gotten it into another stage. There's two. Now we have two of them. There's the intercept. I did not mean to do that. As much as I don't intercept, I got an intercept in there. Accidental. We may need a team revive or two here. That's all right. Okay. We got intercept and counter heavy, I think. No, intercept and parry. Trying an intercept. That's the one I had. Really? Why are you blocking everything? Let's see if we can get one successful here. There we go. Now we can do that. All I had to do was dex that. Like I said, I struggle with this guy. That's all right. I don't mind. Yeah, I just didn't bring... I've got to do 7-star. You can't do a 7-star Human Torch, and I don't have a 7-star Venom. I don't have a 7-star Ultron either, so we just kind of bring in what we had. We got the path down clean. I figured this was going to be a pain in the butt. This doesn't work very well. That doesn't work very well at all. That double hit medium may be an issue. Went for the intercept and missed it. Yeah, I don't like her for that at all. After this, there won't be any rewards because that's it. I don't think I'm going to have enough for a 7-star crystal. Let's try Guardian here. Too early. Damn it. I could not get... See, I just... This fight, I have, you know, the slow motion is what gets me. I find it so hard. To get the timing right. And that was a good clean intercept. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care what you're saying. That was a good clean intercept. That wasn't. Can't counter here. Ah, second too early. That should count as an intercept. Oh. Hey, we got it off though. That was the rare case where the AI got me to 1% and didn't kill me. Can we get him through to the last phase here? Yes, we can. Last phase. I like 736 gang. That was a little bit easier. Run it through again. Yep, figured that was going to be all it would do. I couldn't really parry him. Couldn't really do much there. Tried to do a light intercept there and it did not work. The special intercept counts as an intercept, but you can't quite dex out of it. All right. Hey, the other black man, what's going on? This will suck. This is where I needed Warlock. Always a second early on that stupid special 1 dex. That was a good, that was another, what am I doing? That was another good intercept. Way too frickin' early. I hate Dex and his special. The different speeds. Keep it one speed for me, please. I struggle enough with that. Hold on, I gotta sneeze and I can't mute. Sorry. I did not mean to intercept there. I was just wanting to hit into his block. God, slow motion is so bad. Too early. Fast motion I can do. Missed it. Regular speed. See? You give me things at regular speed, and I can probably do it. I should be able to get through them here. I don't remember the final phase. There we go. Hey, we got him down. We got him down. Where am I at? I am in Riverside, California. There we go. 7 for 7 challenge is complete. Don't think that gives me enough to open a 7-star. I did not realize that there was all that there. I forgot there was 5,000 of those. Still not quite enough. Let's go see what we can open up, though. We have streamed long enough. That is almost a 4-hour stream, boys and girls. Yeah, look at that. 7-star Titan, so close. Now we will. Let's do this. Pop open a bunch of these. Probably have some new champs in here because I don't ever open up 5-star crystals on this account. Hey, there's a new 5-star Dust. I'm going to use her. Never. Let's close that. Let's do this. We'll open 2 of these. Then we'll go buy the rest of the 7 stars and we're going to open up a 7-star. At least we got 2 dupes there. That's nice for 550 shards. I need to buy a few of these. How many do you get here? 1,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's open a 7-star after all that. Nope, that's it for tonight, man. I got to get some food. It's way past my food time. All right. And while that's spinning, I do want to thank all of you for joining in and watching. Appreciate you sticking with me through all the ups and downs of hotel Wi-Fi. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to tap this sucker. We're going to claim it. Then we're going to go get some food. Who do we get? We awaken Our Lady Deathstrike. I'll take it. She's probably going to R2 on this account at some point in time in the near future. I do like her for certain fights. May even take her into war this time around. So I'll take that. Not the greatest champ. Wish it was a new one. Wish it was somebody else. But we'll take it. Hey, Des, it's going well. I'm just getting ready to sign off for now, though. I've been going for 4 hours. That's enough for me. Everybody, we'll be back later. I don't know if it'll be tonight or it'll be tomorrow. But until then, everybody have a great evening. Have a great what's left of your Sunday. Watch some basketball. Watch somebody else stream. Until later, take care all.